welcome to another episode of Ladies of Middle-earth, a one-ring first edition campaign where we will probably in time explore most of the Middle-earth, or at least this part of it. With me are my players, who will now introduce themselves. Let's start with Anara.
Hey, I am Anara, and I am really excited because I just recently nailed that down as my Discord username. I was sweating that one for a hot minute, but I did get Anara. So anyway, you can find me on Discord as Anara if you are interested. I'm playing Aislinn. Aislinn is a writer of Rohan and is pretty martial and pretty sure of herself when it comes to martial things, and might have a little bit of a chip on her shoulder about being a woman in a place where there are lots and lots of men, at least in the actual
honest,
writers of Rohan.
Maidens, and those are only women.
Yes, well, true. That segment, yes, but yeah, that's my character. Oh, and she also has a horse named Bramble, who is also small.
Okay, and let's go to Kayla.
Hello, I'm Kayla. I play Phelan. She's a wood person of the Wilderlands. She's got a cool new axe and a shield that was made from broken shield parts. It happens. She grew up dirt poor and now is getting a taste of the finer things to both delight and potential future harm. And she's got a horse named Horse. And cannot talk with people to save her life, but we're working on those stats.
Okay.
And that's all I got.
Okay, and now let's go to Violet.
Hi, I'm Violet. My character's name is Muriel. She is an elf with the noble blood background, and her whole thing is that her parents were like famous adventurers, and they're like nobility, and like she wants to be a famous adventurer. She really hasn't done anything worthwhile yet, but she likes to think that she's cool when she really isn't. She wears like this little gold thing around her head, and her party members keep telling her it's going to get them robbed. So she did recently purchase a cloak with a hood just to make them happy. She has a horse named Meredith. Even though she isn't the greatest at riding it, because she only learned how to ride it when Aislinn taught her. Anara's character, Aislinn, taught her, as well as the other party members. And if you want to find me anywhere, it's Very Violet, Very, and then my name, which is 2 T's, no extra E. Everywhere, now including Discord, because while we're recording this, Discord did just release usernames, which is very exciting. But you'll be seeing this in a couple of months, and that'll be old news. But new news for us.
Okay, and finally let's go to Kira.
Hi, my name is Kira. I play Zastari, the doe-eyed, kind of dumb but well-intentioned elf of Lorien, keeper of the Silver Springs, who's looking to go out and adventure and see the world. And during the last fellowship phase, she learned how to make bread. So there's that. She also has a horse. It doesn't currently have a name because it hates her. But we're working on that. If you want to find me, it's The Medieval Massacre on YouTube, Gaming Massacre on Twitch, and recently, Campfire Stories D&D on Twitch, where we will start doing some live play D&D games, which I think is going to be really fun.
And I am Loremistress LadyBug, and I am Loremistressing this game. And you can find me anywhere as Loremistress LadyBug, and all the other links will be in the description, so you can find them there. And now let's maybe proceed with starting the game. So, you just had your fellowship phase, so you rested up in Edoras. It was a nice time. You spent there probably about 2 or 3 weeks to rest properly. And one day a messenger came. And he's knocking at your door.
I feel like Zesty probably would have been up early, making bread for everybody.
Bread! Yeah.
making that fucking bread. And so like she's got like a cute little like apron thing around her, and is just kind of like, and doesn't even think twice before. Is there like a thing to look through? Okay, cool. She's just gonna open the door then.
And you see a boy basically holding an envelope in front of the door.
Oh, thank you. Do we know enough about this civilization? Is it customary to tip the messenger?
They are usually paid by whoever sent the message.
Okay.
And this looks like it came from...
You gotta tip them anyways.
High up, you
Looks like that's
but
what
they
you
do seem to have an official seal, so...
Ooh, can I lore check to see if I recognize the seal?
Absolutely, go for it.
Ooh. You. Oh, nope. Click the right thing.
Okay, with that I think you would get it. So, this is an official seal. This is a very official seal. It comes from the king.
Ooh.
King of who?
King Thengel, the king of Rohan.
The King of Rohan. Okay. I think that she would not open it, especially until Aislinn got up, because she knows Aislinn to be of Rohan. So she probably thinks this is for her. By the way, because I'm still kind of learning this system, with the 6, is that considered a great success?
Yes, but this is the first roll of today, so you only mark the first thingy.
But I have one already because of my craft check for the whey bread.
Did you roll that craft check?
I did, and that's why I have I have it already marked off under vocation.
Wasn't that craft check last game? Oh yeah, no, because we counted it for this game because we were after...
Okay.
Okay, that counts, okay.
Perfect. So yeah, when everybody kind of gets up and I'm dividing breakfast out, I'll kind of approach Aislinn. I think something might have come in for you. This is your symbol, right?
And Aislinn, you are looking at the official seal of the King of Rohan, King Thengel. Who hasn't been a king, well, he has been a king for a few years, which is a good thing, because you remember the previous king and he was fucking terrible. So the... Yeah?
Go ahead.
Do you wanna roll lore to gather how much you remember about the previous king and know about the current one?
Okay. But roll some lores.
Go ahead.
For some reason, I couldn't find it, but that's okay. I found it. I did not roll very well. I mean, I rolled fine, but not good enough.
Still a success. The previous king, who was the father of the current king, obviously, had a bit of a tendency to try and rule through divide and conquer. Meaning he was all for his marshals being feuded with each other, and the best way to gain his favor was to basically give him something valuable. So that was fun. And the current king, the son of the previous one, King Thengel, when he was of age, he would have become one of the marshals, except he decided he prefers to go to Gondor instead. Where he spent a lot of time, because it was decades he spent there, because he basically stayed there up till his father died. And he found a wife there. He had kids. He has kids, basically, which you know because he does sometimes have the tendency of inviting people for dinner to just talk with them, and the kids are usually there to sit and learn and watch and observe. So yeah, and yeah, his wife is from Gondor, obviously. So the kids are a mix between Rohan and Gondor. And funny thing is that he's now trying to basically fix whatever all of that his father broke, which is gonna take a second. And some people were a bit untrustworthy toward him at the beginning because he has not spent majority of his life here. He spent it in Gondor. So they did treat him like an outsider for a while, but then he proved to be a way better king than the previous one. So they kind of decided, yeah, good enough.
Bar was on the floor, but you know. I don't think I've ever received a letter from the king before. So I look like I kind of hold it awkwardly, like it might burn me, like I'm scared to open this. But I will sort of like open it and unroll it, or I don't know if it's folded or whatever. I open it up and I spread it out.
Okay, so you open it, and it's an invitation for all four of you to a dinner with the king and his wife and his son.
I immediately hand it to Muriel. Like I don't even say anything. I'm just like, here.
Okay, Muriel will quickly read the invitation. We're like, hey, we've been invited to dinner.
Oh God.
Oh,
And the queen. And, you know, a lot. It's very exciting. Does that mean we get to dress fancy? We go shopping again.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we're out of this adventure today.
You've even met us. Have you?
I just gave
I don't even know. Do I have any?
I know.
the fair ladies of Middle Earth raid a Sephora.
last
go.
adventure you did gain some treasure that you can now spend, and it's all buried in Aizen's fucking backyard, so
I'll go get the shovel.
We don't. I don't think we need to spend that much money on clothes. I'm just saying. But do I have any court clothes? I've never been to court, right? Have I ever been to court?
you may not.
I've been to court, just not this
King
one.
tends to invite common folk also. Not everybody got the chance by now, so you probably haven't been invited yet. Well, that's it.
I kind of look at Muriel and I say, it is court, but I need you to understand everyone is still going to smell like horses.
You sure we can't just, like, bathe it all away?
I mean, not us, yes, but everyone else will also smell like horses.
Even the king?
I mean, that happens.
Yes.
You spend a lot of your time.
There could be a horse, not usually, but there could be a horse in.
Do you think they'll have candles?
Yes.
Yeah, they
Well, then maybe it won't smell like horses.
Then what?
Maybe it won't smell like horses. Maybe it will smell like scented candles.
I'm not sure if scented
I don't
candles have been invented
think there's-
yet.
Scented candles have been around for a very long time.
There are a lot of
They're way too
horses. There might be more horses in Rohan than candles. It's close,
Trust
but
me.
you've got like 3 to 6 candles per household, and you know.
Trust me, Muriel, when people spend a lot of time around animals, they don't realize they smell like animals most of the time.
Well, nevertheless,
Bestie does just
all
like a
dress
quick
very fancy.
note
And
check.
we can wear all of our jewelry, and we shall have dinner with the king. We love
I
it.
look over at Zesty and I kind of give her a little like, yeah, you do.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Is it customary to bring a gift, or
Normally, yes. Well, at least in my place, I don't know. Is it customary to bring gifts to the king of Rohan?
Is it customary to give gifts to the king of Rohan?
Well, I know it is.
Should we all roll and see?
Yeah. But
I'm asking.
here,
I'm asking our Lord Mistress if I know
can I
that.
roll for a lore too?
So
I know I have proficiency in Mirkwood lore, but I don't know anything about Rohan. I don't know. I have no idea if it's customary here. I only know it's customary where I'm from.
Can I roll again to see about this specifically?
Oh god.
Oh yeah! I know all about the gift-giving practices of
Because
my
of
country.
course Aislinn knows. Aislinn would be the only one who would know.
It would be funnier if I had failed and the rest of you had succeeded. And I was like, oh my god, I did not know that. But
I ain't ever hang out with the king, I don't fucking know.
The dice are being logical today, you know, so.
So yes, basically if you were to go there to actually gain his favor or do something like that, then yeah, it would be customary-ish. But since you're invited, those are just semi-loose dinners that he tends to have with his people where gifts are not required.
I do not think you should expect a gift. However, I'm sure since
Your sound went very
from
quiet.
these...
Yeah, it's true.
I hate Discord's noise suppression is trash. I don't know why, but anyway. A gift is not required, or nor will it be expected, but I'm sure if there's something from your home that you wish to bring as a token, since you are not from here, that would be well received.
Are there any wines from the Mirkwood that I can bring? I don't like going to a dinner party without bringing a bottle of wine.
Oh,
Does
I could bring a
Mirkwood have
tray
wine?
of. I could bring a tray of my whey bread.
I have a pig out back.
Ladybug, it's a serious question. Does the Mirkwood have wines?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
Lovely. I will bring a bottle of wine from my home country.
I don't think we should take a pig.
I can't hear you. You are talking very quietly.
I will go in and crank it up in my settings again. I hate everything and everyone. It's fine.
I think Zesty, when everybody's like talking about the horses and stuff, I think there's a part of her that clicks in and goes, right, and she's just going to leave the room. And she's gonna go find her horse. She would like to attempt to make her horse like her again.
Oh my god, apparently when I restarted my laptop, it cranked my sound back down. But hopefully that is better.
Yeah, it is.
If it is not, let me know. And I can crank it up even more.
And I will have to probably resign from using Roll20 on my work laptop because it does overload my CPU on it also. So I will be switching that right now.
We're learning. We're all learning about stuff and things.
But yes, would I be able to try and, I don't know, what's the equivalent of animal handling here? I guess just persuade my horse to maybe not hate me.
Oh my god. I think I helped a little bit with that. I got them to like neutral faction status or something.
Yeah, I'm down for, like, it doesn't need to like me. I think she understands that this is gonna come in stages. But she's like, you know, I understand that we got off on the wrong hoof. But, you know, like, if we're gonna be journeying together, then I think that we should be journeying together. And fully she is having, like, full sentences, of course, with this horse. Let's... There's a part of me that really wants this to be a success, and a part of me that really thinks this would be hilarious if it fails. There you go. Okay.
Oh.
Oh. There's that.
I don't think I'm going to be spending my hope on this. There's not a lot of hope for this. So yeah, don't be surprised if Zesty comes back and there's like a horse-sized bite mark for him.
She didn't bite you, but she's also not exactly your biggest fan at the moment.
Okay, no, I mean that's cool. That's cool. We might be riding out to see the king soon, so like I'll catch you later. But you know, like at your own pace. Yeah.
I picture all of the other horses just like kind of eating hay and watching this. Like they'll just like have their heads poked out. They're like, "What's going on?"
They're just like, "Oh, she's at it again." I mean, I'd say it would be probably the most embarrassing thing they've seen. However, one of their kind is currently named Horse. So, it is...
We have an understanding about the nature of our relationship.
Yeah, they're the horse.
Horse is just going around like, last time I checked, your name wasn't fucking human.
I'm gonna go back to that whole hunting thing because it worked better. And I don't have time to try and figure it out again. Maybe it will work fine, we'll see.
Muriel's gonna loudly declare to everyone present that she will not be wearing her cloak for this event. And she is a little offended they made her wear it in the first place.
You can wear your crown to see the king. That's fine. They may ask
Not
what
a crown,
your,
it's a circlet.
They may ask. They may ask what you're queen of.
No, they won't ask that because they will know it's a circlet and not a crown.
Well, I would ask that, and I live
he
here.
Won't. He will know.
He did grow up in Gondor, so he might.
I mean,
They're a little bit. They're a little bit fancier there. Our kings are not always, I don't think, up to your standards.
Do you not have etiquette lessons for nobility? Don't know etiquette.
Not really. Don't steal a horse. It's really like a lot of it's about horses. Honestly, a lot of the social rules are about horses.
A lot of the etiquette, economy, and social status is really horse based.
Yes. Yes.
That is not what our rules are based upon in the Mirkwood.
I mean, the armies of Rohan
Well, you just-
are divided between the riders of Rohan and shield maidens of Rohan. Both of those groups ride horses. I mean, they have basically mostly all cavalry. Not much else.
I mean, don't you also have, like, nobility?
Yes, they are the ones who have the best horses.
I see.
Basically, the easiest way to get to a noble status is either being one of the best riders or shield maidens, or to have one of the best stables.
That's not how it is in the Mirkwood.
I mean, Mirkwood doesn't have many horses, to be honest.
No, it
We are
doesn't.
traveling through it on horses.
I love how just up their own ass elves are.
Yes. It's fine.
It's great. These are four people with like the most different social statuses and like concepts of social statuses.
I don't know. I feel like I've got some things in common with Phelan. Like we're both like, let's go out in the woods and go hunting and not.
You were raised in like a society, and she was raised. Like,
I was raised in a society. You're correct. We live in a society.
In a society. I just chose not to take part in it.
That is the most introverted thing I have ever heard.
Like I didn't live by myself in the woods. I was in a village, I think.
Oh, you were? Oh,
I think so.
I thought you were like.
I thought you were just like a.
I had left for a while.
Yeah.
I was just kind of wandering around, but I grew up in a village. I had a family.
I like imagined like 12-year-old Phelan just like living in the woods by herself.
I acknowledge your society and reject it the same.
No.
So, are you going shopping or are you doing something else?
I think that the king will recognize my circlet as, you know, a sign of nobility and not a sign of royalty, as it is a circlet and not a crown. But I think the rest of you, and also me, because I didn't really bring anything court-worthy, we need to go and get new outfits to wear to the king.
Didn't we just get new outfits?
We got new outfits for traveling. We did not get new outfits for seeing royalty.
Oh.
I mean, I could just wear my own. That would be appropriate for me, but maybe not so much.
I do think that's probably the best thing for you to wear, yeah.
You are like a part of the military, so it makes sense for you to wear like your uniform, but the rest of us are not a part of the military, and it'd be a little silly if we showed up in adventurers' traveling clothes.
What are you going to wear exactly?
Nice clothes?
I look at each of them individually, like I'm trying to picture this in my head. And some of it fits better than others, so I'm like, I don't know what that's going to look like, but...
No, Miriam and Zesty are gonna look great in fancy clothes, and then Phelan's gonna be like, what did you make me wear?
It'll be like when you put a cat in a sweater, and they're like...
I think maybe it would be better if, like, I'll take Phelan, because I think I'm starting to pick up what you guys are putting down, which is like, you know, wear something nice, yes, but maybe not like, you know,
Try hard.
Yeah, exactly. Nice, but foresty colors, and not
I'm
like
already wearing
just
things
like
that are nice and foresty colored.
I just.
It's made of the finest silk in the mix.
Oh, is this what it's like to have any conversation with me?
I just slowly back away and go to the kitchen to get some bread because I do not want to be in the middle of this.
Like, Zesty is fully, like, she's not an idiot, she's ignorant. She's fully aware of what traveling with her must be like. And she's just kind of like, oh, see, Muriel, you would love where I'm from. That'd be awesome. Like, you know, fancy flowing dresses that, like, the train crests upon the floor, and a lot of staring off into space. There's a reason for it. It's really difficult to explain, but like some of the higher born elves just kind of do that, and then they come back with knowledge from ancestors and nature and stuff like that. You would love that.
That sounds quite nice, yeah. I liked it when I visited.
It was really cool. Phelan, come with me. And she's gonna grab your hand.
Okay.
And
in the corner eating some like I'm over in the door to the kitchen, like leaning and eating some bread and just watching.
and I feel like it's less of like the makeover scene from Clone High and more just like, you know, going by and seeing like what colors match her eyes, and it's like, okay, this is practical and this will be comfortable, but also it kind of says like, you know, hey, I didn't just like get here today.
I'm giving Phelan like over Zesty's shoulder. I'm giving Phelan like sympathetic looks.
Pam's buying into it a little. She's like, okay, yeah. You know, Zesty, you're very, presentable, and I admire that about you.
Oh, thank you. You're incredibly adaptable, and that to me is something that I wish I had, because I'm kind of like a one or two situation girl.
Really? I think you're very adaptable. Look how far we've come and all that you've done. You've gone on the front lines as we fought a troll. That's pretty adaptable for someone who lived in the Springs just a couple weeks ago.
I guess that's true. Thank you. Here, this
Yeah, you're no longer the
This looks really nice on
that
you.
you were when you set foot here. Shit like that.
Okay,
and I think that they finally kind of land on an outfit where she's like, perfect.
Wow,
I was
Phelan,
told
you
it
have
matches
a lot-
my eyes.
It does. It does. It really brings out your eyes. They're wonderful. Not like royalty wonderful, but definitely more wonderful than you did before.
That's what I'm going for.
I will tell her that she looks very nice.
Muriel's gonna realize that the shops here do not have anything that, like, from her culture that, like, she would want to wear to meet someone fancy. So she's gonna, like, ruffle through her clothes. And she does find, like, one dress that she thinks is, like, nice enough. Like, it's not as nice as she would like it to be. But, like, it is nice, and that's what she will wear. It looks like this, by the way, guys. I'm sending it.
They literally do not sell clothes here that are nice enough, so I wonder if this will be nice enough. Like, everybody else must be wearing something from these shops too there, but...
Violet, I love that you had a
Ooh.
picture on hand.
Yeah. I was Googling while you guys were doing your little makeover montage.
Fair enough.
That seems fancy.
It's fancy, but it's not fancy
So
enough.
for anyone who cannot see this, it is an elven cosplayer, and it's a green, like, woodsy dress with sleeves that are literally as long as the rest of the dress, and it's like
It's very
a
pretty.
chiffon, lighter seafoam underlay, and then a slightly darker green overdress.
Green.
And I thought there was embroidery, but I think that's just the watermark. So, JK. And
Is
she
this
also
the sort of thing you would wear in your home, Muriel?
Yes, this is the sort of thing I would wear in my home.
And you don't tear your sleeves on trees and brambles?
Well, no, as I do live underground in, like, caves.
Ah.
That answers some questions and raises a couple more.
Yes, I see you are not used to elves living underground.
Yeah, it's like,
That's weird.
you usually like...
I do live underground, right? Like, I'm right about that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm used to, like, elves kind of living out amongst the sun and nature and, you know, all that other pretentious shit.
Those elves also live in the Mirkwood.
I guess that's also true. You know, I'm just learning new things, and that's cool.
And also, which is something Muriel would know, the cave system, basically, the halls of Trandwil were actually built by dwarves. As a gift. One hell of a gift, I tell you.
Yeah, for sure. Also, and just so you know, it does have some embroidery. Yes, what you were seeing was the watermark, but you can see there is embroidery on the sleeves.
Oh, on the sleeves, yes. Also, she is wearing a circlet.
Yeah.
Importantly.
100%.
Just to be clear.
Noble elves, we wear circlets a lot.
It's how you know that they're a noble elf.
It's true. But if they were wearing a crown, that would be royal.
I don't remember Legolas wearing a circlet.
Legolas is
He does,
also
I
a
think,
boy.
at the Council of Elrond, doesn't he? In
Raylan's
Fellowship?
looking good.
I was thinking of that, like, kind of like an overall strip.
I love it.
I will wear a clean tunic and pants, and I will clean my armor.
That's also a solid plan.
Yeah, I look super comfortable.
Something that people around here are way more used to.
Yeah.
I will not
I
hide
brushed
my
my- I
Zesty
brushed my-
wearing?
I brush my hair, but I also brush like the hair on my helmet. You know, make sure it's nice and neat. What? Why are you guys laughing?
I love the idea of combing that helmet ponytail.
I just comb it. Like I've got my helmet in my lap, so I'm like combing my hair, then I comb my helmet, then I'm combing my hair, then I comb my.
I think Zesty's kind of going through her stuff and realizing that the color scheme is way off. Because she's doing the blues and pinks and stuff, and she's like, oh, okay. No. We can work with this.
You know, you don't have to be in the same colours as us, Zesty. You can shine in your pink if you'd like.
I know, but, you know, I was thinking maybe it would give a show of unity within
What
our...
colour is Aislinn wearing?
I will switch to green if we're doing the thing. I have other colors. They all look the same,
If
but
anyone
they're dyed
thinks she would
differently.
have a lot of green in her closet, saying green is basically the national color of Rohan, so all the flags are fucking green.
Yeah, we can be be matchy. I can work with that. I'm like now I'm shining my boots.
I think she's gonna try and craft something.
Oh?
Ooh.
So I have the picture on standby. Hold on, let me see. Did I? Yes. Okay, I chose the right one. But if I'm allowed to make a craft check, I'll see how good this comes out. Is that okay with you?
There?
I'm here.
Okay.
Do you hear Tira?
Yeah, if you could repeat, because I was checking something. No.
Oh yeah, I think Zesty's going to try and craft something. She's going to try and do like a hybrid of like a dress she found plus a dress that she owns.
Okay. Roll me that card.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Yeah, you actually crafted a dress.
And I believe it looks something like that.
Damn!
Oh fuck. Yeah, absolutely.
So, obviously, for people who cannot see our Discord chat, this is like a strapless, it starts off in like a foresty green, and ombre twirls into her blue. I think it might be like a little bit less flowy than that. She might try to have it like kind of just hit the ground so that it's not trailing behind. And then, yeah, so while everybody's just kind of trying her things on, she's like, snip, 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 snip. I think I got it.
Wow. That looks amazing.
Looks beautiful, Zesty.
Whoa. That is extra.
I mean, not every day are you invited to dine with a king.
No, I love it. It's extra in a good way. It's very zesty.
I mean, it's so big, but still.
I'm like straightening my like doublet. Like now I feel a little bit underdressed. But I feel like it's what I'm supposed to wear.
You look
I'm just like
awesome.
braiding my hair.
Strong and capable, and like you could be like the ultimate rider.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Heads up high.
Right, we all ready to go?
Do we have to ride horses in these outfits to get to the king?
Well, seeing that the king resides in a different town,
Hell yes.
Change once we get there.
I think that would be better.
That makes more
Yeah,
sense.
it's
there is
just
definitely
saddlebags.
there where you could basically leave the horses at, get changed, and then go to the king.
So now we know what we're going to wear. We've planned it. We'll change back into our travel clothes to travel.
This is so complicated.
Look, we've got it. We've got the planning situation done. Yeah, we'll just have like a duffel bag of fancy dress.
I love how you assume that duffel bags have been invented.
We'll have like one of
Saddlebags.
those.
We'll have
Yeah, like one of those
saddlebags.
drawstring bags.
You have saddlebags.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I show them how to roll their dresses so they won't get wrinkled.
Ooh. Very nice.
Are we ready to go?
Yes.
I think so.
Alright, lovely.
Yep.
Are you gonna have us roll for the travel there, or since it's so short?
No, it's a safe road, so no worries there. You arrive and you get changed and you go to the king at the assigned time. Yes, he did invite you for a particular time, giving you enough time to travel and change out of the riding clothes. And yes, you arrive at the king's hall. And apparently you are the only ones invited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
If this were D&D, this would be the biggest trap.
So
Like as soon as you show up to a banquet and there's nobody
the
you.
table, you see 4 seats for you. On the opposite side of that sits the king with his wife and his son. And you do
Muriel is
notice
gonna
that
curse
some people from the king's guards and the riders are basically lurking in the alcoves just out of sight. Probably for protection, because, well, it's still the king.
Right.
Valid.
But yes, you are shown to your seat.
Muriel's gonna curtsy before she sits down. The king.
Is there a place? Does there look like a table off to the side where I may put a tray of my bread?
No, the food, as you see, has not been yet set on the table, so there is rice on the table. So you can eat it.
Yeah, I'll just kind of give a bow and place my thing on the.
I'm not gonna
I forgot that I have wine. I'll
how
take
you
that.
transported a tray and the bread. See, yeah, you transported it.
I held it the whole time.
Roll it.
Just like
I don't know about a tray.
Right,
We could definitely have
exactly like her.
we could definitely have rolled it into, you know, like fabric. Like but
Maybe
but
Iceland
the tray
held it.
The tray maybe not so much. Yeah, like I could keep it in my saddlebag safely, like wrapped in linen and such, but I don't know about a tray. You may have to just
Maybe we
settle
just
for
borrowed a
nice
tray and we got
cloth.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think like
You like wave over a waiter, like yo.
Can we have a tray for this bread?
I mean, a tray
forgot that I also
fit
wine.
in the saddlebag, so you could have just transported it. So yes,
Cool.
you set it at the table. The king nods a bit thankfully and shows you to sit in the 4 seats in front of him.
I'll take my seat.
I don't think even Muriel had an opportunity to eat dinner with a king.
I'm just his son. Me and Legolas are BFFs, but I haven't.
Not there yet.
No, I met his father. We just haven't had dinner.
Are you sure you're BFFs?
That was out of character.
You are 100%. You are 100% that person from like high school who's like, oh no, I totally have a girlfriend, but she's in another country. You don't know her.
Fair. Muriel does know Legolas.
That's fair.
They are acquaintances. They're not best friends.
You'll get to it when you meet Legolas in campaign, but that's a long way ahead.
All I know is Radagast, so.
You will also meet Radagast at some point. Don't worry. And other players. Don't worry. So yes, as you sit down, there is a serving woman who is bringing dishes. There is beef from the king's own herd. There's pork from a wild boar hunted in the Everhold. A stew of carrots, cabbage, peas, and leeks spiced with herbs. There is some bread in small loaves, but still the bread that you brought is having more place. And they of course have, they have berries, apples, and almond cake, and red wine from Gondor, and meat and beer brewed in the Westfold.
And wine from the Mirkwood that I brought.
Yes, now it's wine from Mirkwood.
It's like a whole table, and then you like set your little bottle there, like proudly, and you make sure it's like at the very front, and you like dust it off, like.
And made sure to place all the other foods around the ones that you brought.
I picture the bread as like that really rustic look with like the careful like cross hatching, so it's got like a wheat pattern or something in the top.
Absolutely. It is just so fancy, and like if it was anybody other than Zesty, this would look try hard as hell. But it's like this is just kind of what.
No,
we
she's
do.
just like that.
Something
She's just
probably
like that.
Aisden would tell all of you. One thing that's customary when dining with the king is that he will get the first cup of wine, and only after he drinks it will you be poured wine, and that's where you will be able to start drinking.
I'm not doing a single thing until Iceland does it first.
That's 100%. We're all looking at it.
And yes, sure enough, once you take your places, the king's wife stands up, pours a cup of wine for the king. He drinks it, and then she pours wine for all of you. That's basically how they non-verbally say that you are all welcomed and honored.
Yeah. Just kind of going along with it, trying a bunch of.
I got one thing wrong. She pours the cup for him, he drinks first, and then it's customary for all of you to drink from the same cup, so she brings the cup to all of you, one after another.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
You are all welcomed and honored, no matter your status.
Nobody's poisoned.
Or everyone is.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I know how to
Solidarity.
not be poisoned.
We all have the Kool-Aid.
So before we start the actual conversation with the king, we will obviously set Torres. However, this is a bit of a different social encounter, as in you do not have a goal as it says, because you didn't come here asking for anything. You don't have an exact goal, but on the outcome of this social interaction will be depending a few things further on. Basically, also how much the king trusts you and gives you worthy of shit. So, the initial tolerance will be the highest wisdom between all of you. Who has the highest wisdom? What's your wisdom scores?
I got a 3.
So 3.
So 3 it is. Okay, 3 plus 1 because of his goodwill. And then, did any of you address the code as of now, and in what language? Because Aizen, you will know the king speaks multiple languages. Mostly prefers those from Gondor, being Sindarin.
I would have definitely told everyone that on the. Yeah.
How do we know what languages we know? I don't see that apart in our character sheet like it is in D&D.
I think Sindarin is also the language used by elves.
Cool. Well, then I know that.
So
I probably don't.
I don't think I
the
do.
question is, Aizen, did you tell the party that he prefers this language for them to address him in that language?
Yeah, I'm sure if I knew that, I would have spent the. Well, I don't know if I would have so much spent the trip telling them things as Muriel would have asked enough questions along the way that they would have gotten to the bottom of. Yeah.
So yes, if you addressed him in Sindarin, that also raises the tolerance by 1, meaning that you're at a total of 5.
Lovely.
So 5
Yeah.
checks you can fail before the encounter is over.
Would this also be,
Don't fuck it
by
up.
the way, would this be considered a journey for us?
No, that's a social encounter, different mechanics.
Cool. Noted.
So, which type of thing would we be rolling for this? I know you said when we encounter the other type of person, like if there's a lot of different types of social ones, like which one is the preferred
there are
one?
different types of social skills, yes. However, in this particular one, all of them can be used.
Hooray!
Cool.
So, we will not be doing the introduction phase, seeing as he knows who you are. He kinda invited you, so yeah. So we can skip that phase entirely because that's how this encounter is built. However,
Yep.
we'll proceed to the actual interaction. So, after you have sat around, drank a bit, eaten a bit, he will start having the conversation. He'll say, rarely or table sees such a gathering of warriors bonded by the same adventurous spirit, or who have seen so much of the world. Theoden, my son, is there a question you would like to ask our guests? To which the young prince thinks a moment, and then says he wishes to discuss the qualities of a man of war, which virtue is most desirable. The queen chides Theoden gently, saying that guests in a house might rightly fear to instruct the lord of the mark on virtue. To which the king responds, no one is ever too wise to learn new wisdom, neither child nor king. Speak, friends, what hold you to be the greatest virtue of a man? Is it bravery, maybe, or wisdom, generosity, or truthfulness? Each of you can answer in character, with what your character would hold as a highest virtue for a person to have. And you can go by one, in whatever order you want. But then also the virtue you say would have a corresponding role depending on how you want to present it, because apart from saying what it is, you would also have to kind of say why you think so.
So what are our options?
Whatever you want it to be.
I think a man should.
Muriel thinks is the best virtue a person can have.
I don't know what the best virtue a person can have, let alone what Ariel thinks the best virtue.
Well, you're not supposed to lie. You're supposed to speak from your heart. We're honest here.
My heart
It's not
heart
like you like
is decisive. That's what my heart
sneaky
is.
elves, you know. Aislinn will say, I think a man should always be prepared to defend what matters to him most.
Elaborate.
Oh.
Because if one is not brave enough and strong enough and does not have things that one cares for, then what is the point of any of it?
An interesting answer for sure. Please roll me for it. You can choose between
Oh, I just wanted to.
skills. So you can roll
I just
all
wanted to-
fantasy, insight, inspire, persuade, with or song. And also your sound is going in and out all the time.
I think it's because she's
I
not
just
facing
wanted
us.
to say the thing. That's not a good roll.
It's not a terrible one either, but yeah, it wasn't a convincing one enough, and unfortunately that's not a success.
Would we want to add a little bit of hope into that?
And it's only the first one. We have, what, 5?
We have 5 that we can possibly fail. I mean, but
But
now
we all have to answer every time, which is a little scary.
Well, so it
have to
probably
be
doesn't.
like this
We
time.
probably don't have to all succeed every test. Just one of us has to succeed for every test. That's what I would.
Oh, is that how it works?
I don't know, but I'm guessing because otherwise it would just be impossible. Because some of us
Yeah.
are going to fail sometime.
well, then we don't know whether or not this counts as a success or if we're doing like a group thing. So I think Zesty will speak up. My liege, I don't have a lot of experience with the world, and I have learned very quickly that teamwork is necessary, trust is necessary, for one cannot do everything on their own. So I think the most valued attribute one can give and receive is trust.
It's like it's fine. It's totally safe. You can sit. You can talk to me about whatever you want. And then he silently judges us.
Are you doing anything about this one?
What is the thing that I can do to use my favorite stat?
So if it's an underlined stat, then if you spend a whole point, you can add the favored value of the attribute assigned to that skill.
And each of us has our own individual hope points, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
And so that would be a 17.
Okay.
Um,
That was well put. Thank you for this. Muriel, Kaylin, don't be shy.
But I was just trying to think of what I truly thought was the greatest virtue, as I wanted to make sure that I did come at you with the greatest thing I could think of. And I think in that it is probably honesty, because I really don't like it when people lie, and I think that you should always be true. And Muriel is a lot more charismatic than I am, so I'm sure she said some more charismatic things. But we'll find out, because I'm gonna.
Okay, that will be a success.
Said charismatic things, y'all.
Yeah, that is literally why you were here. So, job, do your job.
My only job. It's the only thing I'm good at.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I believe that courage, specifically the courage to face adversity and the courage to remain calm under pressure, is an exceedingly important virtue of man.
Roll.
She's like wide-eyed while giving this. She's like, oh god.
Do you do something about it?
I don't think I can do anything about it.
Spend a whole point and add the attribute bonus. If it's not underscored, then you just add the normal attribute bonus.
Remind me what the normal attribute bonus is.
So
Oh, that's like the...
the one in the bigger window.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I will do that to get it to a 14.
Okay. Okay. So with that we have it. seems to be addressing Muriel more than anyone, as if
Fair.
determined that she's the leader of the party.
It's the circle.
I also have
No, it's the fact that she had a great
people.
success.
Yeah.
So she proved her point more than anyone else. Happens.
Muriel is just so much more charismatic than Violet. I appreciate her.
Yeah, and
This definitely helps the party, but does not help Muriel's ego.
Well, also
The
Muriel
real
does have like.
BBEG of this campaign.
Oh, she's gonna be lured by that shadow weakness lure of power. It's gonna. But she also does have one of her distinctive features, the lordly feature, which says your dignified bearings arouses feelings of reverence and respect in onlookers, which I feel like would make the king like her more.
exactly work on a king who has a higher social status than a lord, but hey.
I know that like it wouldn't make the king look on her with reverence. I just mean like it would make the king like realize that other people did, you know? Like, I don't know.
After you all made your points, and the king kinda did agree with Muriel, as she put her point the best, he turns to his son and asks him what he thinks is the greatest virtue, to which the kid answers, my mother taught me that truthfulness stands above as the king of all virtues, as truth protects all the other qualities of a man of war. And yet I have learned from you, my father, that it is loyalty that binds rider to king, king to retainer. Without loyalty there would be no earliness, nor the other virtues that make them great. The king kinda stares into the fireplace for a while, after which he raises his eyes to look first at his son and then at you, all of you. This is well said, my son, yet, while I do not doubt the steadfastness of the people of Rohan, at times pride takes over and clouds the mind of those whose position would require them to stand as an example instead. And then he goes on to explain that there is a bitter feud among his right-hand men, the second and the third marshals, and that's worrying him. The rivalry between Cendric of Eastfold and Eogar of Westfold began at the time of Thengel King and has only deepened since Thengel took the throne. Each marshal despises the other, and their loyal kinsmen carry their struggle far and wide. Individuals from each faction watch their rivals constantly and sometimes chase each other down. Insults fly at the Entweight crossings and at feast day gatherings. And there has been bloodshed more than once when taunts went too far. Over the years, werguilds in gold have been paid to make amends, but others have fled as outlaws. And this has gone far enough, says the king. There might come a day when he will have to tame his marshals by force, but he would rather lead them to peace by wisdom. Eogar and Cendric are mighty men, stern and powerful, and the Riddermark needs their strength uncrowded and broken. And, well, as he says, my wife might have an idea of how to accomplish this conversion without me having to interfere. To which she starts speaking. Many years ago, Mildred and Esmond, though not related by blood, grew as inseparable as brother and sister as their families were united by a strong friendship. They remained close as they grew to adults, and many thought that brotherly love would soon give way to a different kind of feeling. But they surprised everyone when Esmond married a lady from a prominent Eastfold family, following his father Edwin's advice, and Mildred married a rich Westfold retainer. Both seemed content with their choice and would have probably continued to be so, had not fate devised different plans for both unions. Not long ago, Esmond's wife died bearing their first child, while Mildred's husband and children were slain in a demanding raid several years back. Today, Esmond is a brave captain despite his ill luck, and all the people of Eastfold love him. He is no friend to Cendric and would have caused a feud with the third marshal, but his loyalty instead has won his lord's respect. Mildred went seeking peace on the battlefield as she took up the shield and spear after the death of her husband as a shield maiden and soon became famous for her relentlessness. Now she is one of the ogre's chief lieutenants, the captain of his personal yacht. You'll see where this tale brings us. Can the life thread of these two be entwined to heal their spirit and mend the rift that jealousy and spite has dug between the folks of Westfold and Eastfold? And yes, as the king continues, and that would be a task for you. As my messengers, only not with the full power of my authority, just as my messengers, I would like you to deliver messages to both Mildred and Esmond, with me asking them if they would marry each other to stop those fears. Would you do that? And try to make amends if there is any other help in their needed with that.
Muriel's gonna glance at everybody else to make sure they're in agreement before answering. But she was about to say yes, but then was like, I should probably make sure everybody's on board.
As our de facto leader.
Yeah, there's definitely a nod from Zesty. She's just like, yeah, I mean, like, making peace through love. I can't imagine anything more beautiful.
We would be most honored to accept this quest, Your Majesty.
You have to feel that. Once you return, however much you accomplished, I will be able to reward you. Hopefully you will be able to make peace with those two factions. I would hate to have to do that by force, because that will solve nothing.
Well then, suppose that we will make haste.
Oh, today just stay here, eat, spend the night in the inn. I will pay for that. And just we'll go tomorrow. The travel to both of them will take some time, and you still have yet to decide which one you go to first. Because they are on two separate parts of the countries.
We would be glad to do this journey for you, Your Majesty. Thank you so much for your ever-growing generosity in this meal and also accommodations.
Hopefully you will manage to make peace between those two. God knows what
We will try our very best. Probably said something more elegant than that, but I don't know how to say try our very best elegantly.
Okay, so you will continue the meal with them, then you can go to the inn to plan for the journey. Does somebody from Rohan want to roll me for lore to know what you know about the two people?
Anybody from Rohan?
Anybody can speak up, really.
Please.
Okay, what did you roll? That's an 11. It will be a great success if you spend hope.
Fine, I will spin the.
Okay, who do you want to learn about first? The marshals or the younglings? Well, not the younglings, the people that you want, that the king wants to marry each other.
Dealer's choice.
I mean, that's up to
I
you.
spout
don't
lore.
know, so just tell me when to
Go for it.
And I need to refresh my roll 20 on my picking.
I asked Mariel which one they want to hear about first.
Whoever's first alphabetically, so nice and orderly.
So, alphabetically, first one of the marshals, Cendric, the third marshal of Bidermark. So, he has been the third marshal for many years, and he's not exactly... He still remains suspicious and wary of his place, because the marshal before him was his uncle, and he replaced him. And Edwin's son Esmond, so the guy that you want to marry the woman to, was supposed to take his place, but he didn't. So he's still kinda uneasy about if the kid won't try to replace him at some point. So basically how he got the third marshal is that Esmond, when it was his turn, approached Thengel King, so the king before Thengel. Yeah, I love how the names are the same, basically, almost. Esmond approached the king offering oaths of loyalty and honor, and Cendric promised all of that and brought plenty of gold. Which
Nice.
it was easy to buy. He has grown wealthy from trading with Gondor, and he has manipulated the local roads as deftly as he handled the old king. So thanks to a network of obligations, debts and fear, he is the undisputed Lord of Eastfold, growing from his rich home in Aldburg. However, Esmond remains a threat, at least in Cendric's eyes. Moreover, Cendric covets the position of second marshal, currently occupied by Eogar of Westfold, so the guy he has beef with. Desiring his higher place, I'm sorry, notes are fun. His higher place.
I was just thinking I need notes.
Like his rival in Westfold. And Cendric is often adults with Thengel King, both marshals and their place under Thengel, whose capriciousness could be tamed with gold and flattery. And the current king is not all about that. So it's not that easy to tame him. And yeah, basically the new king dislikes Cendric's vindictiveness and greed, but he cannot simply remove him as he cannot jeopardize the father order of Eastfold. So he's trying to fix whatever his father broke in more of the hard way, as to not break anything even more. As far as Azin would know, Cendric has 4 daughters and a foster son, Galmon. The kid is not a valiant warrior, but his counsel is becoming more precious to Cendric than any bejeweled sword could be. And yep, that's about it about him. Oh, also, if you ever offend him in any way, he doesn't fucking forget that.
Cool.
You mustn't offend
But
him.
also, if you do him a favor, he will also remember that. So. Basically, he will remember whatever you do to him.
Excellent.
Dude has an amazing memory.
Yes.
Really great memory.
Next, we have Eogar, the second marshal, the one that has beef with Cedric. And and there's a lot. So basically, he is the second marshal. He is on the other side of Rohan, basically. Which is wonderful that they are warring, seeing that one is to the east and the second one is to the west. And this one is dealing mostly with the attacks from Dunlendings. So he's patrolling that side with his warriors and making sure that the Dunlendings don't cause too much trouble. Because yes, as Rorims are basically at feud with Dunlendings, standing for ages. There are sometimes raiders from Dunlendings attacking Rohan and vice versa. Because of course.
As you do.
Yes.
I continue to spout lore.
Come again?
I just said I continue to spout lore
Yes.
in a strange accent
Yes.
that is not my own.
And I just spilled my drink and I need to save my things. 1 second, because yep, there's all the electronics around.
News!
No, it's just
I personally vote we start with the one who's getting attacked by the Dunlendings. But I don't really care that much
More
either way.
urgent than the marriage thing. Not that the marriage thing isn't important. I mean, we could always split the party. We could go to the fight thing, and they could go
I
to
don't
the
think
marriage
that's
thing.
good.
Under no
I'm joking.
circumstances.
I just really needed to scare everybody for a second.
no,
And it
trust
worked.
me, you don't want to do that.
We are barely holding on as a party.
Yeah.
We're all fine here.
So I
We're
basically
great.
jumped my desk. Give me a second.
And
Oh,
obviously,
good
Whoa.
job! You did it.
Yeah, that wasn't the plan though.
I mean, I think I'd be more worried if it was the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like to occasionally drown my desk, you know.
Yeah,
Especially me.
you know. Just assert dominance.
Yeah, sure.
I like to imagine that the other three of us are just like sat crisscross applesauce, like just nodding and taking notes. It's like, attack by thunder. Okay, yeah, okay.
We're not getting quizzed on this, right?
I mean, kind of.
It's useful later on.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask nicely, I can upload the recording to Discord so that you can watch it and take the notes later on.
Well, that's a good idea.
This is Violet asking nicely. I would really appreciate that, Ladybug.
Violet is like, they're gonna make me talk to all the people, and I need to know who all the people are, because they're gonna make me
I'm
do
not
it.
gonna remember this. I'm gonna have to actually take notes, and I'm not taking notes right now.
Fair.
Okay.
I just stand in the back with my sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all need something to hit with a sword.
Yeah. That's how the party gets split. We send the sword and axe off to go murder some
Yeah.
Finlanders.
Oh, yay!
I think I saved my desk so we can continue.
Now you just need to save your own respiratory system.
Yay. Breathing is overrated.
Yeah. So Iogar is also about 60, so quite old. However, that has not lessened his strength. He's still riding with his riders. And yeah, he's basically the one that's doing the skirmishes with the Dunlandings across the borders, basically. So that's Iogar. And now let's go to Esmond. Or actually, you might want to know what started the feud.
Yeah.
Because that might be
I would like to know.
useful. Okay,
Something really petty.
Isn't it always?
and a short thing about the Iogar and Senrik. Iogar of Westfold, Lord of the Hornburg, is the second Marshal of the Riddermark. He has led the riders of his household for many years, defending against Dunlanding raids and launching countless sorties against them. Yet his greatest foe seems to be Senrik of Eastfold, his fellow Marshal. Senrik, third Marshal of the Riddermark, has led the riders of Eastfold for many years, defending the Easternet plains and the crossings of the Andips. He has also grown very rich over the years through the Riddermark's trade with Gondor. And yes, a few years ago, a nephew of Senrik's killed a cousin of Iogar in a fight over a woman.
Oh.
Iogar's family said it was murder. Senrik's family said the killer was attacked first and therefore refused to pay wergild. The nephew holed up in a village in the fort, but the next year he was caught on the road by riders from Westfold and slain. And the woman who was the cause of the dispute married into Iogar's family after all. Compensation was offered for the death of his nephew, but Senrik refused, saying blood alone would suffice. So that's how it started.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. They started with killing each other, so you know. How much more can they escalate this?
I love that it's a party of women who has to like smooth over the fact that two men just did dumb man shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, makes sense.
We were just like, how do we like respectfully say, you know, they did dumb man shit.
Don't say that. That is you.
Did I just tell you about offending one of them?
Look, I'm just
Yeah.
I'll
saying.
never forget.
You do the thing. You do the compliment sandwich. You
Right,
both have
okay.
Such great prowess in battle, and You are both very skilled leaders of men, but perhaps in this case, perhaps in this case, you might better serve those that are under your direction by settling things without risking more bloodshed. And I'm sure that as such wise generals, you can understand the value of saving your men for true conflict.
That's basically what we'll have to probably do with both of them at some point.
Okay, I give Muriel the script.
Yeah.
Perfect. You're in charge of saying that.
Violate the script.
Okay, now now to the people that you are supposed to convince to get married. I mean, you will also have to talk to the marshals because the marriage cannot happen if they don't agree on it.
I'm not it for the married people.
And the feud. And they have both agreed.
Out of character, I believe in my ability to convince people to get married. In character, not this character, not so much. You know.
I think this is Zesty's job.
It's 100% where Zesty.
It's really all about love.
Yes.
None of us would be here if there weren't for love.
So moving on to the younger ones. Esmond, son of Edwin, rider of Eastfall. His father, as I already told you, was the third marshal before Cedric. But then Cedric got the title from the king, the previous king. Yes, yeah. Basically, Esmond swallowed his anger and set out to serve king and marshal steadfastly, even in the face of such a blatant misdeed. He is honorable to a fault, and he is a veteran captain in command of his own Elred, and not the personal company of riders of the third marshal, but the most renowned and active of the Eastfold. Cedric is pleased to send his cousin Esmond away from Aldburg out to the far reaches of Easternland to guard against invaders and outlaws, and Esmond is pleased to ride, even if no word of his deeds is likely to make it back to Edoras while Cedric carries their efforts. So basically they try to stay away from each other. It was while Esmond rode in the far plains recently that his young wife died in childbirth. His son Eamund survived, but Esmond was changed and hardened by grief. He has seen little of his infant boy, and for the moment he leads his riders with a grimness that is striking on one's face. So basically, yeah, he's still fucking grieving. He did not work through that shit.
Yeah, Middle-earth therapy is not great.
Apparently, we're here to provide it.
I see why he summoned the group of women to do the emotional labor for his army.
No.
A little like.
I have a degree in psychology. Muriel does not.
So, Mildred Shielding, the daughter of Gawain, in her early 30s, she is in her early 30s, she's daughter of Gawain, and she's called Mildred Shielding for she has ridden with the riders of Rohan since her young children died during a dumb-ending ride that claimed the life of her husband also. She is yet young enough to still bear children again, but the charms of heart at home lie buried with her family. She is the captain of Yoga's person, Ioret, sworn to the marshal and always ready to carry out his most ruthless orders. She dwells in Helm's Deep, except when Elgar sends her to lead a raid or patrol between Paradise and Napoli. So basically she decided, fuck it, I lost my family, I'm going to kill something.
I relate. Like, Phelan can handle that, lady.
So this sounds like someone who has succumbed to their what is it, shadow madness?
They probably both have a point or two of shadow, but probably not fully developed yet, or they would not probably be still in the society.
Fair.
But hey, one lost his wife during childbirth and the other lost her entire fucking family, so... Shadow points? Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadows definitely got a foothold in them. Now it's basically up to you to see if that can be fucking fixed. They used to be friends, so So that's easier.
That is true.
They used to be friends that were basically inseparable before their families decided to kill each other or something.
We just need to lean into the fact that they're both grieving in their own ways, and they have this opportunity to be there for each other like they were when they were children.
I love how your mic goes
And-
in and out.
It's Discord software. Like, this is why I use Zoom if I can help it, because there's really, like, I have no issues anywhere else. Anyways, it's fine. What we need to do is we need to lean into the fact that they were once childhood friends and stress to each of them that they were both close once and now they're both suffering separately, and perhaps if they could come together, they might be able to help ease each other's pain.
We are running a friends to rivals to lovers campaign.
Kind of.
Nice. I'm in.
I mean, the friends to rivals has already happened. Now you have to do the last part.
To lovers part, yeah.
Look, everybody here has written this fanfic in high school. We know what we're doing.
I didn't write this particular trope, but I did read it once or twice.
I mean, I have not
No, or 80
fanfics
times.
because I prefer to draw instead of write.
Fair.
I just get
Fair
really,
enough.
like deep into my head canon, and then I don't tell anybody about it, and it's better that way. I have so
I
much
felt
story that no one will ever know about things that have happened with my characters.
I wrote boy band fan fiction when I was 13, but that was under a different username, so.
One important thing that
It better have been, or you better go find it right now.
It's a different username, all is well.
So one important thing that the king will make sure you know is that you will be acting only as his messengers. So you do not go with any authority, you're just messengers.
Perfect.
Right. That's great.
Okay.
That's it's like, hey, go fix it, but also like I'm giving you zero leeway to really fuck it
I
up.
mean, you are basically...
Hey, there's no pressure though,
You're
too.
basically tasked to carry the proposals and to convey the king's desires. But if you might be able to try and help nudge things over a bit, then go for it.
You know that it's such a king thing because it's one of those things where it's like, if you succeed, then you succeed by my name. But if you fail, I take no responsibility.
It's more, in this case, it's more of the case that if he sends you as his agents with the full authority, that's basically the same as if he decided to intervene himself and force them to make peace.
Ah.
Oh, so we can't, he's just saying we can't force them. Like, we're coming to, like, tell them his wishes, but we can't be like, yeah, you actually have to, because the king told us you have.
Because if he forces them to make peace, that's not peace. That's not exactly peace that will hold long.
Right.
It's gonna hold as long as one of them does something to the other.
I'm just like, I'm gonna be the person that makes this the most like non Lord of the Rings campaign you've ever been a part of. Because if this were up to Zesty, this would go full on into like musical territory.
We're gonna break out into song.
Like a song about like friendship and like love and
Aislinn, like Zesty they're riding along on their way to the other town, and Zesty starts talking about maybe we should sing them a song, and Aislinn just like, I think this might be a migraine.
Ladybug, you let me know if you need any original music written for this campaign. I have been writing songs since I was 7.
oh, let's fucking go.
Are any of them homages to boy bands? I bet they are.
Actually, no. No. One of them is
What a missed opportunity.
We're just
Well,
riding up to this poor shield maiden like, you don't know you're beautiful.
I just bury my face in my hands, like I'm so sorry. I thought they could act normal, just the one time.
Okay, so as far as the king can tell you, Cendric along with Esmond can be found in the Easternnet, as they are visiting the herds that Cendric has and their guards. So Cendric is basically visiting, and Esmond is patrolling the area. And then Eogar should be found at the fords of Isen, making plans for the spring and summer. And two pieces of advice is that when it comes to Cendric, his foster son Galmod is basically his counselor. So be warned and probably try to get him on your side. And
What's that name again?
That's Galmod.
Galmut.
Yes, Galmod.
At least he's not named Wormtongue, you know? We're off to a slightly better start.
That's somewhere else, don't worry. And then, as far as Eogar is concerned, basically the Queen suggests that when you speak to him, it might help to win the approval of his wife first.
Do we get a name on that one?
Yes, the wife is named Esfled. S-F-L-E-D. I love those names.
Esfled.
Asflet is Eoder's.
Eogar.
Eogar's wife. Win her approval.
So basically, Cendric is where you get the groom to be, and Eogar is where you get the bride to be.
Okay. Perfect.
Two different sides of Rohan, so that's great. However, there's also the place in which you should bring both of the people and their factions, at least some of them, and that's called Endwater. It's one of the crossings across the river, which is also a place where people tend to kind of meet up in, so because it's the crossing, so they sometimes meet there. And that's where they propose to basically make it official that they will get married and that their families will freaking finally forget the feud.
Okay.
So, your choices of travel is, you can either first go to the Endway to see what's that about, or you can go to one of the marshals. And then you have to choose which one to go.
Muriel will look at Aislinn and be like, where do you think we should go? You're the Rohanite.
Oh no! I was not prepared for the pop quiz. After I spouted all of that lore that I very clearly know in character. I will say that I recommend that we should deal with the impending battle first. I think that the others, while it is a tough situation, will keep.
Not informed of any upcoming battle, basically.
Well, I mean the guys that are all martial and fighty with each other. Those guys.
Okay, but you still need to decide which one to go to first.
Well, there's one that gets constantly raided by the Dunlendings, right?
No, the raid that
You can always just go in alphabetical order.
The raid that
We should.
So
I think we should go and. Go ahead. Sorry.
the Dunlending raid that killed Mildred's family happened a few years ago. She's been a shield maiden ever since. And she is with the marshal that is patrolling the borders where the Dunlendings tend to sometimes come and raid. But you have not heard of any upcoming battles there. He's just probably there to make plans for the summer.
I think that we should go first to the one that sounds like he is going to be the most resistant to suggestion, because if we cannot get his buy-in, then it doesn't really matter how things go with the one that might be a little.
I mean, in this case, equally resistant.
Well, the guy that remembers everything forever. We should go to the guy that remembers stuff forever first.
Yeah, my dude that holds grudges.
Yeah, Grudge Guy. Let's go see Grudge Guy first. I was trying to say it in character, but here we are.
Henrik, which is where you will get the groom to be.
Perfect.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's start there.
Let's see how long that will take. He is in Istanbul.
Just a solid week's journey.
Well, actually, since the roads are quite good, it will only take you a day and a half.
Hey,
You get one single fatigue test.
we only get one what?
Fatigue test.
Oh,
Fatigue.
okay.
Is that one
Yeah,
we
let's
roll-
start with that one.
Yes.
While we're
that's,
still
Is that one we roll
awake.
for travel?
Yep.
Is that rolling travel? Okay.
Are we doing that now? Are we moving? What's going on? Oh, okay. We're going now. Okay.
God, 18.
Good.
Also, keep in mind that you have 3 extra fellowship points. Is it?
And
We're in
it's
the-
more like hope points to be spent on the while traveling.
Yes.
But so far everybody passed.
Woo!
Zesty
Well, give it time. Oh,
also passed
Wait.
with flying fucking colors.
Whoa!
holy
Wow!
crap!
Has this ever happened before?
Do we mark that on our skill group if we passed?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Gandalf and the 6?
Wow.
My gee, we're ready to
She was
travel.
ready.
The highest roll you could have rolled with the amount of dice that you have.
She was like, "We're getting people married. Let's go."
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
are.
Absolutely.
Motivation.
Zesty has written fan fiction.
Your horse. Your horse is like super mad at you, but she's like cooperating because she just wants it to be over.
100%. She was up before any of you guys and is just sitting at a table starting to write her song.
Oh no!
Midway through the day of traveling, you cross paths with an old herdsman riding a crabby old gelding. Apart from any herd heading north, there is a young girl sitting before him holding the reins, and they kind of watch you curiously. And this is where we will end.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so time for the final goodbye. So we'll do the same thing as at the beginning of the episode. So we will go around and say who you are, who you've played, where you can be found if you want to be found, and plug whatever you want to plug. And we will reverse the order from the beginning. So we'll start with Zesty.
Hey! I'm Kira. I play Zesty. You can find me at a bunch of places, but specifically, I will plug my Twitch, Gaming Massacre, because I will be soon doing a Magic the Gathering box opening of Lord of the Rings. So this is going to be really fun. And also,
Have you seen the third movie yet? Have you seen
no,
the
I
third
haven't
movie
seen
yet? Okay. I just wanted to throw that in. Sorry to ruin your plug. I'm here.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure that I will get all of the references from these cards.
folks.
It's confusing. Also, you guys can follow Campfire Stories D&D, where we're going to start doing an actual play series, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Currently doing a psychological horror campaign. My players don't like me very much.
Okay, so that was Zesty. Muriel.
I'm Violet. I play Muriel. I promise I'm nicer than she is.
Muriel's lovely.
Muriel. She's nice enough, I guess. She's kind of a brat sometimes. You can find me at Very Violet anywhere. Books are sold. VERYVIOLETT. You can't find my fanfiction though under that name. It is under a different name from long ago. I suppose if you're like a really good internet stalker, you could probably find it. It's not under that name. So, I at least have that first layer of security. Anyways, excellent Muriel. Thank you.
Now, Phelan.
Hello, I'm Kayla. I played Phelan. I'm also nicer than my character, as Violet said. I don't really do the socials, but you can find me on Ladybug's Discord server at the username Caesaretta Flickerwoman.
Okay. Hazen?
I am Inara, freshly again christened Inara on Discord again. How long have I had? I've had my Discord account a long time. Anyways, I'm also Inara on Twitch. That one's even older. So if you want to find me, I don't often stream, but it is there. It is there if you would like to just follow it for fun and laughs. I think everyone's characters are quite lovely, and I enjoy this group both in character and out of character. And I think that we all bring something unique to the party, and that's my wholesome plug. Anyways, I played Aislinn, who luckily is from here and knows stuff. So that was my contribution today.
That's useful.
Rolling things and then letting Ladybug talk.
I should have led with I am not nearly as nice as my character.
Yeah,
I don't think that's true.
Like, can I go back and get a redo on my outro?
Maybe next time. Okay, and I am Loremistress LadyBug. I am running this campaign and a few others on the same channel. And yes, you can find me anywhere as Loremistress LadyBug, and all the links will be in the description. And yeah, that's it for today. See you next time.